In 1986, construction crews were running a routine excavation near the Black Sea coast in Constanța County, Romania. It was a normal day on a standard surface project. Then the limestone bedrock gave way. The excavation opened a sinkhole that dropped down into a total, unexpected blackness. When the first researchers descended into the void, the sensory shock was immediate. The temperature was a constant 70 degrees with 100% humidity, and the thick air carried the heavy stench of rotten eggs. When they turned on their flashlights, they saw the cave walls were moving. Thousands of bizarre, pale creatures were crawling across every available surface. This breach revealed a massive, self-contained community, one that appeared to have been thriving for ages without any visible connection to the world above. This isolation is speleogenesis. Acidic groundwater dissolved limestone forming a cavity. 5.5 million years ago, an impermeable seal locked this pocket away. Inside, oxygen is halved and carbon dioxide is 100 times normal. The air is saturated with toxic hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, and methane. Because of these deadly conditions, access to Movile Cave is strictly controlled. Only a few researchers are permitted to enter each year to prevent fatalities and protect the environment inside. This 5 million year isolation offers a rare look at a food web built entirely without the influence of the sun. Nearly every ecosystem we know relies on photosynthesis, where plants turn sunlight into energy. But in a sealed, pitch-black cavern, that biological foundation is impossible. This diagram illustrates the process of chemosynthesis. In a submerged area called the lake room, specialized bacteria absorb hydrogen sulfide and methane directly from the water and air to manufacture their own energy. These bacteria multiply to form thick, yellowish biofilms on the water's surface and the limestone walls, acting as the primary producers for the entire cave. However, there is a mystery at this level. Researchers have also identified 123 species of microfungi living inside the cave alongside the bacteria. Because a full survey wasn't done immediately after the 1986 discovery, it is still unclear if these fungi are ancient, native inhabitants, or modern contaminants carried in on the equipment of early researchers. Regardless of their origin, this toxic bacterial engine takes the place of the sun, generating the energy required to support a vast subterranean food web. Feeding directly on those bacterial mats are the primary grazers, including translucent isopods, cave-dwelling springtails, and an endemic snail, Heliobia dobrogica. While the cave has been sealed for 5 million years, fossil records suggest this specific snail only entered the ecosystem about 2 million years ago. In total darkness, vision becomes a biological burden. Maintaining functional eyes requires energy that these creatures simply cannot spare, leading many species here to lose their sight entirely. To compensate, they have developed heightened mechanosensory and chemosensory awareness, using long antennae to detect physical vibrations and chemical shifts in their environment. Survival here requires discarding surface traits and hyper-developing senses tuned strictly to the chemical dark. Hunting these grazers are secondary consumers, like cave-adapted water scorpions and blind leeches that prowl the pools and walls. Some species survive through bizarre physical symbioses. Certain amphipods actually carry sulfur-oxidizing bacteria on their legs, using the microbes to detoxify the water in their immediate vicinity. At the very top of this food chain sits Cryptops speleohax, a giant venomous cave centipede. It roams the darkness, using its antennae to track and ambush isopods and spiders. From the microscopic bacteria to this venomous centipede, an entire predatory hierarchy sustains itself completely independently of the world above. Movile Cave serves as an accessible terrestrial analog for deep-sea hydrothermal vents, which also support life through sulfur-eating bacteria in total darkness. Studying this self-contained system changes the way scientists look at the night sky. We know that moons like Jupiter's Europa hide massive, liquid oceans beneath miles of thick surface ice. We see similar conditions on Saturn's moon Enceladus, which actively erupts water vapor plumes into space from a hidden sea. If a complex food web can flourish in a toxic, sulfur-soaked pocket in Romania, similar biological engines could exist right now, swimming in the dark beneath the ice of these alien moons. Movile Cave proves that life does not require a sun to flourish. It only needs a chemical spark.